few moments later.
Welcome back to Scottish Mancave and welcome to this week's vlog. And apologies for last week, my friend needed a place to stay. He's visiting from Canada and he's working for the month that he's in Scotland. So he was doing night shift, so I couldn't really film while he was sleeping here. So I do apologise for that, but nonetheless I've been working really hard on, Scottish Mancave itself. So when he was sleeping in the living room, I was busy on my phone, with certain projects that I will announce, in due course in the next couple of months. But it's the Black Friday weekend, as it is of time of recording, and my God, we've picked up some amazing stuff. So let's just dive right into it. So the first place I visited was CEX, and there were so many PSP games that I had to pick up. I didn't even pick them all up, but I've probably the most I've spent on the PSP so far. We've got about over 10 games, I think. So we're just going to go right into it. First game is Puzzle Chronicles. Now I checked every game has a manual, which is a boost. This was £2.50. I think it's like Bejeweled kind of puzzle game, I think. But yeah, it just looks interesting. It's only £2.50, which is pretty cheap. So yeah, I thought we'd pick that up for £2.50. Sip with my coffee. Next one, a very cheap one, but I love the cover. It's Championship Manager 2007. Again, it has the manual. I just love the Adidas football on it. Absolutely love. I remember these footballs back in the day. To me, I think they used to make footballs better than they do now. I don't know, they seemed better quality back then. So yeah, anyway, Championship Manager 2007. Another cheapo is World Poker Tour. It's only 75p. Again, has the manual, which is pretty cool. Again, I'll give these games a quick go, but they're just like the cheap filler ones to fill the shelf. The next one I'm very intrigued to play. I think it's like a real-time strategy game, maybe similar to XCOM. It's a Warhammer 40k Squad Command. I think it's like a tactics game, possibly. I'm not really that knowledgeable about Warhammer or anything like that, but it looks interesting for the previews I've seen. So yeah, for £3.50, I'm picking that up. And again, it comes with a manual, so I'm really, really happy. I think maybe somebody's donated a bunch of PSP games in my local area, because all of them are in pretty good condition, I would say. So the next one, again another cheap one, is World Championship Poker 2. It took the guy 10 minutes to find it, but he found it eventually, and again, it has the manual. So I am very, very happy with that. This one's a banger, an absolute banger. I had to pick this up for the collection. This is the reason why I went to CEX, because I keep an eye on this PSP stock now and again, see if anyone's handed in any PSP games, and I had to add this to the collection. It is Need for Speed Underground Rivals. So I think this is like a remake kind of the Need for Speed rival games on the PS2, but for the PSP. So I think maybe both for Underground 1 and 2, some of the tracks are on this. Again, has the manual. These games are in really good condition for CEX standards. Oh well, I say that, look at that, I never noticed that. Oh, it's disappointing. It's just the case, it's okay, that's not an issue then, that's not an issue. Just replace the case, because I will be, excuse me, sorry about that. I will be replacing the cases anyway, so it's no big deal. As long as the cover's not damaged, that's fine. But again, has the manual, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'll just get a replacement case, so no big deal. Another cheap game that I probably will never play is Football Manager 2008. Again, has the manual on the UMD, so I'm happy to add that to the collection. Again, I might give them a go, but I don't know. Was the Football Manager games good on the PSP? I know it's more a PC game, so let me know in the comments. The next game is a must-have for the PSP. I've owned this before, but it's went up in price quite a fair bit to what I remember the price it used to be. I think it used to be like £2, £3.50 tops. And that is Gran Turismo for the PSP. I want all the racing games on the PSP. Again, the UMD's a lot way to fall out. But it has the manual, of course, but this one's in fantastic condition. It doesn't even look like it's been played. The manual doesn't look like it's been touched. So yeah, £8. It's a bit pricier nowadays, but it's still a must-have for the PSP. And everyone knows I love my racing games, so yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. So that came in as well in the CEX app when I checked, because it wasn't in stock before the Aberdeen CEX. Next game is an interesting one. I've seen it at CEX for a couple of days that I've been there, but I just had to pick it up because I had the finances to do so. I think it's like a Diablo clone. It's Warriors of the Lost Empire. Again, it has the manual, of course. I think that's becoming the theme. In the UMD as well. I think it is like a Diablo clone. I'm not entirely sure, but you can see there with the cover. Again, I'll give this game a go. It does look interesting. So a bit pricier game, but yeah, add that in. Now this is a banger. I don't know if the game's good, but I just know from the cover and from, I think it's from FIFA, but it's the UEFA Champions League. But to me, this was probably the peak of the Champions League. I loved watching Champions League back in 2006, 2007. I think that's when AC Milan won it. And they got their revenge on Liverpool, but again, it has the manual. Look at that for a manual, the Champions League logo and the UMD. I'm definitely going to give this one a go. Yeah, to me, this is when, like, I love my Scottish football and I'm passionate about Scottish football, but I don't know, back then I was more passionate about English football and the Champions League. Now I just really, I think it's because of the money side of things, but I'm not as passionate about, you know, like Champions League or the English Premier League now. So for me, this brings back memories. To me, this is the peak before, you know, Neymar was going for 145 million, or was it 200 million? I can't remember. So yeah, Champions League, I will be playing this for sure. Next game, probably I'll give it a quick go, but won't be one for, you know, regular plays, is Tiger Woods 08. Again, only 50p. Again, has the manual. I'll give it a go. I've never really been into golf. I'm not a golf guy, if I'm being honest. It's not my kind of sport, but some golf games are fun, and of course Tiger Woods PGA was probably the peak of golf games as well. So yeah, I'll give it a go, you know, for 50p. The next game, I'm not too sure what it is, if I'm being completely honest. It's Coded Arms. It just seemed interesting. It was only £3. Don't know if it's a unique game. It's Konami, apparently. Again, theme of this video so far, it is complete. And yeah, it looks interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the game is. Futuristic world, first person shooter. So again, first person shooters can be a bit dodgy on the PSP, but you never know, it could be a good game. And the final PSP game is a holy grail. It's the most expensive game on the lot, but I had to have this in the collection. As soon as I seen it in the CEX website, I had to pick it up. And of course, I'm speaking about Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I love the original Vice City, and I actually love this game as well. I've never played it on the PSP, I played it on the PS2. I did buy, well, I got it as a present years and years ago when I was still at school, and I played this game. I completed it pretty quickly actually. I do love this game, but I still prefer the original. But for the PSP, because I'm playing Vice City on the Switch just now, I think it makes sense to play Vice City Stories after it on the PlayStation TV. So yeah, I will be adding this to my PlayStation TV, and it's a banger to add to the collection. So it doesn't stop there. After I filmed in CEX, I was going to do a charity shop hunt, but the weather was just atrocious, absolutely dreadful, and I don't mind snow, but when it's like ice on the pavement, I can fall on my ass. So I just hate walking in it. So I decided to go to Smith's, and I've got a couple of Amazon Black Friday pickups as well, which is awesome. The first game, I think it was £17.99, but again, I just had to give it a try. I love my racing games. It's Matchbox Driving Adventures. Don't know much about it, to be honest. The cover looks interesting. I think it's maybe like the Hot Wheels series. I think it's actually the same developers as the Hot Wheels series. And to be honest, as a kid, I actually preferred Matchbox over Hot Wheels. I have a massive collection of toy cars. It's in my mum and dad's loft, and eventually one day in the Mancave, you know, in the future Mancave, I'm going to have like a glass cabinet displaying all my toy cars, and I used to buy them at boot sales and stuff. Oh, it's bringing back nostalgia. I'm not even into cars as an adult, but as a kid I loved collecting toy cars. So Matchbox was one of the brands that I used to, you know, buy as a kid. Well, used to get as a kid, should I say. But yeah, absolutely, I'm dying to try this game. I don't know if it's any good. It could be complete garbage, shovelware, but I do love racing games, so it's one to add to the collection. Another one, I think this was £19.99, and just by the cover, I had to buy it, and that is Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports. I loved the Looney Tunes as a kid. Absolutely loved Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and all that, but I don't know, it's got basketball, football, golf, and tennis. So I knew they would have basketball because obviously Space Jam. But yeah, it's probably not the best game in the world, but I kind of like these kind of like cartoony sports games, so you never know, I might be surprised. Again, a blind buy. Just soon as I seen this, I was like, oh, hold on a minute here, I have to have this for the collection, because yeah, Looney Tunes brings back so much memories as a child. So yeah, for £19.99, it was kind of an impulse buy, but again, one add to the collection. Expeditions, a Mud Runner game. I kind of like the Mud Runner series. I played a bit of Snow Runner. I thought it was pretty decent. And again, I think it was £19.99, so I just had to add it to the collection. Again, it's kind of an exploring kind of game. You're, you know, driving your car to like sort of, you know, in difficult terrain and difficult conditions and stuff. And it's just like getting from A to B. So I'm going to give this definitely a playthrough, I think. And I'm going to try and get the Snow Runner and Mud Runner games on the Switch as well, to add to the collection. The next game I just had to buy. I've already played it, I've already completed it, but I just wanted to support the developers really, and it's a port to the Switch as well that I just had to buy because I absolutely love this franchise, and it is Stray. Like, honestly, this game is fantastic. You play as a cat, and the story is really good without actually any narration. It's just absolutely brilliant, and like the exploring in this game, it's not quite open world, but it's got open world elements to the game, and I am really hoping they make a sequel because I absolutely love this game. And even Chester the cat, good time in you, come here. She loves this game too, do you? Mwah. She loved watching the cat on the TV, and when you like, there's a command that you can meow. So when I was clicking the command, she was going right to the TV, were you? So yeah, absolutely love this game. Chester loves this game. So I probably won't open it for a couple of years because I've already played through it. But you know, I really hope they make a Stray 2 because this game is awesome, really good, really good. I highly recommend Stray if you've never played it. Final two games, again another racing game, again blind purchase. This was Amazon, and Stray was Amazon too. It's Formula Retro Racing World Tour. I think it could be similar to Hot Shot Racing. If you've ever played that game, you should do, it's amazing. And I think it's maybe sort of similar. I'm not sure if it's the same developers or not, but again, it was a blind purchase. I think this was like 15 quid or something on Amazon for Black Friday. Had to pick it up because I absolutely love my racing games. As you can see, it's kind of like a cartoony F1 sort of style. I'm not really into Formula 1, really. I kind of liked it as a kid with like Schumacher and David Coulthard and all that, but yeah. So again, a blind purchase for the Nintendo Switch. And the final game for so far in this video, this is Black Friday as of recording right now. And I tend to avoid Black Friday shopping out in the like supermarkets and all that, and the retail stores on the day, because now it's like a Black Friday week. It's not really a day now, is it? So I just avoid Friday, avoid the mad rush of everyone trying to buy everything at once, and you know, half the time it's the same price anyway as the day before or a couple of days after. So the final game I got again was a Black Friday deal on Amazon. I'm really going to try and get into this genre because I love the artwork of this genre, but I've never really played any of the games. It's a bit too Japanesey for my liking, but I like the look of the combat in the game, and that is Yi's origin. It just looks interesting. I don't know much about the series. I think this is a good place to start. The graphics just look amazing, to be honest. And the combat, it's not, I don't like turn-based RPGs, your Final Fantasies and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, I've struggled to really get into that, but because this is more a hack and slash sort of combat, I think I might like it. I want to try Octopath Traveler, which I've got on the Switch because of the graphics. It looks a beautiful game. So yeah, we'll wait and see, but it's one to add to the collection. If I like it or not, it's worth a try anyway. I think a lot of people do like this series though, and I think this is maybe the best place to start. I'm not entirely sure, but that's, I think you pronounce it Yi's origin. So anyway, that's that. So yeah guys, plenty pickups so far in this video, and we're not even done yet. We've got a charity shop hunt to come. Don't think we'll get much in the charity shops, if I'm being honest. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to wait until the weather gets a wee bit better, so maybe the next day or two we'll go in the charity shops. It might be the next, you know, bit of the video. We'll wait and see, but yeah, I'm really happy with the pickups I've got in this video so far. I'm over the moon, especially the PSP. I'm going to get them games added to my PlayStation TV as well, and yeah, I'm going to have a go of these games on the Switch tonight as well. You know, this game goes Stray. You need to buy Stray.
Thousands of tears later.
So, it's a few days later. Unfortunately, I've been around the charity shops all week. There's absolutely nothing, there's nothing really to film there. It's just been the same games for the last couple of weeks, but I'm away into Union Square. I'm away to pick up some hiking boots, which is for a future video. I think hopefully should be coming out in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping, if all plans go to accord. But yeah, we've got a few games that's arrived at the Mancave just in time for this week's vlog. So yeah, more Black Friday deals, you could say. But yeah, just the charity shops this week. Nothing great. But the good thing is, we should be out on the road a lot more now, and I'll explain once we get back to the man cave. But yeah, it's pretty chilly, so I think I'm gonna go inside and then pick up my hiking boots. So we are in the main shopping centre in Aberdeen, Union Square. Black Sheep Coffee. They're not too bad. They're okay, I guess. But yeah, it's nothing special if you're ever in Aberdeen. It's a place you can go shopping, I guess. You've got like brands like Chisholm Hunter. Never really used them, if I'm being honest. Itsu, that's like a Japanese restaurant. Got your like your O2, Lush. I don't know what that is. Omega. I think they're like watchmakers or something. So yeah, this is like the main shopping centre in Aberdeen. It was built in like 2007. If you wonder where I get most of my clothes from, Jack and Jones. I quite like Jack and Jones. I'm a bit old now for, you know, Emperor Money and Hugo Boss and all that expensive stuff, so I tend to shop there now. Jack and Jones. Yeah, it's mostly like that's a candle shop. You got like Levi's, you got Hollister there. Hollister's not too bad for jeans. I tend to buy my jeans from Hollister. I'm not one that likes wearing jeans a lot, so yeah, I normally pick them up from Hollister because they seem more comfortable. But yeah, it's very. It's not as busy as I thought it would be, especially because it's coming up to Christmas. Yeah, it's about average. You know, amount of people. There's the Apple store. Again, if you like your Apple products, only really go there for an iPhone nowadays. I couldn't really get into the Macs. I'm more a Windows guy, so yeah. So you got your like Fat Face, your River Island, and all that as well. Next, as well. But yeah, it's pretty rubbish. Aberdeen, Union Street in particular, and you see me on Union Street quite a lot doing the charity shop hunts. It's really run down now. I remember when I was a kid, Aberdeen used to be a really thriving city, but over the last couple of years it's really went downhill, I would say. A lot of beggars and stuff. But yeah, that's quite a new shop, Foodarium or something. Never been there before. Obviously I'm not going to go into the shops for copyright, so they'll be playing music and stuff, but yeah. And then we're just going outside here. And again, you've got more shops there. You've got like your GD, you've got your Clark's, Mountain Warehouse, that's where we're going, and TK Maxx as well. So yeah, and there's the next as well. So yeah, quite a few shops, nothing special. Upstairs is mostly restaurants, your TGI Fridays, your Frankie and Benny's. You've got your Starbucks and all that as well. I'm more a Costa man if I'm being honest, but yeah. So we'll go and get this mountain boots, and then I don't know, I might stay out for a wee while. Maybe go walking around Aberdeen or something. Feels like a waste of a bus pass. Well, a bus ticket, should I say. I am getting a bus pass for that's the great news for the channel, which means I'm not going to be restricted to just my local charity shops. But yeah, we'll go into Mountain Warehouse and get this mountain boots. So that's my hiking boots collected, which might give you a hint where I might be going in this future video. I'm really excited to do this video, especially when I do get this bus pass delivered. You know, I'll need to wrap up warm, that's for sure, because it will be cold, very, very cold. It could be very snowy and slippery, and I know for a fact, yeah, it's just going to be an epic video. So yeah, that's Union Square outside. Nothing special, nothing really special at all, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm not quite ready to go home yet. I've just got out, but as I say, the charity shops I've been in all week. I've had a look at the main ones. I know the beach for a fact won't have anything, so just unfortunate. I'm just calling it a loss this week for charity shops. But yeah, we are not going to be dependent on the Aberdeen ones anymore, and we are going to be travelling all over Scotland, which I'm so excited for, really. I cannot wait for next year. Next year is going to be, you know, the breakthrough year for Scottish Mancave, I believe. You know, this year was only just a pilot to really, you know, experiment and see what works and what doesn't. So I think what I'm going to do is only stick to the weekly vlogs now. I'm not going to do any other added videos. I think a week of me is enough, just for experimenting and, you know, trying new things. So I think the vlogs will just be the mainstay of the channel going forward. You know, I might do the odd extra video, but it'll be very rare, I think. I think also it just gives me focus. instead of doing 100 different projects at once, just focus on the vlogs and then focus on other things, because we do have really big things planned for Scottish Mancave, the business, but it's not going to affect this channel whatsoever. So this business idea is not going to be, you know, intertwined with the YouTube channel. You know, it will be advertised on the YouTube channel, but it's not going to affect anyone at all. And yeah, I'm quite excited by this, because not a lot well, no one in the YouTube community that does like charity shop hunts or, you know, CEX, all that sort of stuff, have done this. So, you know, I'm really excited to showcase, you know, in the future, you know, my business plans that will help support the channel. But yeah, there's not going to be a Patreon, there's not going to be memberships, and there's not going to be a PO box for fan mail. I think that's outrageous. So I will not be doing that. I don't class you guys as fans, I class you as supporters of the channel. And I absolutely love every single one of you that's subscribed. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, because it does help the channel. But I'm not going to shove it down people's faces. I'm not going to say make sure you like and subscribe. You know, I've learned a few things from YouTube since I've started, and I think that's one thing that, you know, I might say now and again, but not every single video, about subscribing. Also as well, just like my thumbnails as well, I think will get better as well, because yeah, as I say, I kind of joke about that I should buy a CEX bag and use that as a thumbnail, but yeah, I just, and you know, I have my face in it, like, but too cringy for me, so I'll just keep my GTA kind of character with a background in my thumbnails, I think. I would say I bought the past TGIs and I play music, but I'm not a big fan of TGIs. If I was ever eating there and it was my birthday, I would refuse to go in, because, oh me, it's like getting serenaded, getting sung happy birthday in front of a bunch of people. But yeah, this is the cinema, Cine World. Sorry mate. So that's Cine World there. Yeah, if you like your cinemas and stuff, I've only been in a couple of times with my pals. Yeah, it's just more restaurants and stuff. You know, you got your Ask Italian, Prezzo, Brewdog. I'm not the biggest fan of their beer, to be honest. The lager's okay, but yeah, Brewdog's from Aberdeen, and they're all over the world now. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of their beer, I must admit. The lager's okay, but you know, their IPA beer and stuff, not a fan of it. But yeah, this is Union Square. I'm just really having a walk about to kill some time before I go back to the Mancave, because yeah, there's just nothing in the charity shops worth buying anyway. I did have a look in PDSA, and yeah, it was just the same games I had the other week, which is great if you're just starting a collection, but with my collection being pretty big, I've got pretty much every single one of them. So there's no point in me buying anything, unfortunately. And there was nothing there to really trade in for CEX credit or anything, so yeah. Anyway guys, that's Union Square pretty much. Nothing special, I'm afraid. Aberdeen in general is pretty bland and boring, I would say. It's not quite like the glamour of Edinburgh. So, but hey ho, it's still home. You know, proud Aberdeen supporter, born and bred in Aberdeen. Eventually though, I would love to move out of Aberdeen, but just in the countryside. So still close to home, kind of thing. That's my goal. A nice little man cave in the countryside, away from neighbours, and yeah, accessible to Aberdeen. So yeah. Oh man.
One eternity later.
We are back in the man cave, and oh my god, it's freezing, it's cold. But yeah, I'm quite grippy. I don't like putting on the heating too much, so I will wear up in just a minute. But yeah, Amazon have decided not to deliver my parcels, so I've only got one more video game for this week's vlog. The other ones are just not going to arrive on time, so that will be for next week's video. And it's a vintage purchase. It was I think it's cheaper than CEX. I'll need to double check and I'll put it on the screen. But I picked up Dead Cells for £20, brand new and sealed. It's a game that looks interesting graphically. It looks beautiful. It's like a Metroidvania, and I'm not the biggest Metroidvania kind of person, but this is meant to be like a Game of the Year contender. And yeah, it was a decent price. I think CEX sell it maybe 30 quid or something. I know brand new, it's sealed on Amazon, I think it's about £40. So, you know, I think that's a good bargain from Vinted. I am really happy with that. And I will be playing this game at some point. You know, I've got such a big backlog, it's unreal, but you know, I'm just on a Nintendo Switch mission at the minute, and yeah, we've picked up quite a lot of Switch games and PSP games in this week's vlog, so I'm absolutely chuffed with that. So that's the only game pickup left this week. However, we have mountain boots to open. So I just want to see if they're actually decent. I'm going to move this Coke before I knock it over. I'm hoping they're good. They better be good. I got these for a bargain on mountainwarehouse.com. It was £25 with a Black Friday deal. So normally these are about 60 quid apparently. So chuck this one here. Better fit. Probably take them back. They're quite nice actually. They are not bad at all. So this was 25 quid. And already, yeah, these are decent quality, I must say. They are not too bad. So they are going to be really handy, especially for where we're going to be going in a few vlogs time. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. But I think these are normally 60 quid. I was wanting the ones from, where did I get, the Trespass boots. I was wanting them, but I don't know, these will do the job I think, pretty nicely. You know, proper grip. That's what you need, because especially in Scotland, in the northeast of Scotland, the weather can be absolute dire. And like, you get the the really icy pavements, and I fall on my arse all the time. So, and for someone that's got dyspraxia as well, who's clumsy enough as it is, I need good footwear for being outside. So that is actually solid. It's not quite steel toe caps, but the material for £25, this is absolute bargain. I'm quite happy with this. So yeah, we've got our mountain boots, we've got Dead Cells, but I've got one more Black Friday pickup for this week's vlog, and it's a big one. So the final pickup for this week's vlog is a sofa. I got it on a Black Friday deal, only £250, because this little monster right here will wreck it within a month, will you? Hello. Hey, yeah. So yeah, I've actually got a sofa to now watch my TV on. So I'm absolutely over the moon now that I can actually sit on the sofa now and actually game in the living room. And of course, we've got the Nintendo Switch OLED set up as well. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of gaming to end this week's video. Also guys, please remind me that I need shoe storage, like a shoe storage box or something. I just realised that was like sitting in the middle of the floor during the video. So yeah, I think that's another thing I need from like a B&M or something, is some storage. I have been playing Formula Retro Racing World Tour for the last couple of days, and it's good fun. I really highly recommend this racing game. And I think Goldtooth Gaming, he done a stream and it was absolutely hilarious. And yeah, it was such a funny stream with everyone in the chat. And it's such a good game, this. I'm gonna go for advanced. I'm not amazing at this game yet, but it's such a good racing game. and highly recommend it. It cost me like £17. The only downside to this game is it doesn't have any online racing. I think there's like leaderboards, but that's it pretty much. But yeah, this game is class. It's sort of similar to Hot Shot Racing. But yeah, I really like it. I really like it. Very old school, kind of arcadey. And I'm going right into the barrier there. That was not good. But yeah, it's a really good game if you love your arcade racers, especially your old school kind of Sega kind of racers. You would like this, I reckon. But we need to catch up with the pack, especially after that big mistake. I think we will. I think we can catch them. And I think we should make the checkpoint, which is good. It takes a while to get used to the controls as well. But I think this game's class. And already we're really starting to push on. But we need to avoid that barrier again. Yeah, we lost a place there. Highly, highly recommend this game. Yeah, we'll make the checkpoint just. We've only got 18 seconds though. We're not far away from first place. We really need to start speeding it up. You can see the cars ahead of us, which is good. But yeah, this game is absolutely class. For 17 quid, I think it's a bargain. Yeah, I kind of made the mistake there. But still got a lap to potentially catch up. And this could be the chance. We need to beat this guy. But it can be quite difficult. It's not easy, this game. It's not a walk in the park kind of thing. I'll be happy if we get the top 3, but kinda hard now. I think that crash at the barrier has made the difference. Yeah, not great. I think we'll finish 6th. I can just quickly get past this guy here. Might manage to make the top 3. I don't think we will. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We finished 5th. It's not my best race so far. But we will have one more race. And we will go for the Indiana Opal. In fact, we'll go for a different car this time. We'll go for this. So this could be a fun one. It's basically like the NASCAR arenas. And it's more drifty. Like a NASCAR kind of race. It was a bit naughty. But yeah. Oh wow. They just like crashed into us there. But we're already 9th place. This is not too bad. Yeah, this game is class. I highly recommend it if you love your arcade racers. I think you're best sticking to near the outer ring. And again. That's perfect driving that. Already could be top three, there we go. Oh no, top 4 is alright. But yeah, we're gonna catch these guys, no problem, surely. Surely we catch these guys. Are we going to win the race? Here we go, get out of the road. There we go, 2nd place. Just need to overtake this boy. There we go. And we are fast. I've just got one more lap to go. So it's just a bit drifting really, this one. I think this is the easiest race course in the game. Just hope these guys don't get in my way, because we need a race to win. And we should win it. There we go. But yeah guys, highly recommend Formula Retro Racing World Tour. It's great fun. So anyway guys, that's gonna do it for this week's vlog. You know, Scottish Mancave is back with a bang, and next year is gonna be so massive for the channel. And of course, we're gonna have Chester in all the vlogs. Also guys, let me know in the comments, what games did you pick up this week? Did you get any good Black Friday deals? Did you buy like Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox? You know, let me know what games you picked up. I always love reading the comments. And yeah, like, I'm getting comments now from, you know, people in places like Chicago and the United States and Germany and everything. So, you know, Scottish Mancave is officially now international. But yeah, we've got so much big plans coming up, especially when we kick off 2025. We're not quite at Christmas and New Year yet, but you know, I think we might start a tiny little bit early, hopefully. As I said, we've got the bus pass, you know, coming. It's going to be delivered hopefully in the next week. So that means Scottish Mancave can get back out on the road. And yeah, it's just gonna, the plans I've got is amazing. You know, where I'm sitting right now, there's going to be a new background as well. You know, come time, give it maybe a month or two, we'll have some things in the background, which will be a hint to what I've got in my head as an idea kind of thing. So there's going to be real big things, I think, in 2025 for this channel. And yeah, I just really appreciate everyone. Much love, and you know, just have a fantastic week. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.
This is your president, Donald J. Trump. Make sure you subscribe to my good friend Scottish Mancave. You can join his Discord for free. Yes, I said it's free behind no paywall. I do like walls. Yes, I do. God bless America and God bless Scottish Mancave.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
I've got a vote.